It's been a month. We've been stupidly busy. We would have actually recorded this 2 weeks ago, but I was down in Cardiff at the time. This is Kenny, and I've got my homeboy Nick next to me. And this is DragonBomb, where Payback is okay. Or a bitch.
Wrestling.
Now, since Mania...
Just to cut off first before we get into it, hopefully Enzo makes a speedy recovery. I know we'll get to it, but I also want to say thoughts to China's family.
Yeah, right.
Rest in peace, because obviously I did the update sort of thing, but...
I was in Cardiff that day as well when we found out. That was mad.
It was definitely nuts, but yeah, just get the obligatory stuff out of the way.
And
I do that. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah, you're still remarking about the big ass fucking teddy, aren't you?
Well, you bought a giant bear.
Why not?
You haven't put it to a table yet. That's the thing. You're a wrestling fan. You have a giant bear, and there are no videos of you doing wrestling moves on the bear.
Yes.
Yet.
Not yet, anyway.
We're not drunk enough.
Last time I got drunk, I attempted to do a Triple H water spit in my friend's flat/student bit, and it kind of got a bit messy.
Yeah.
But with that said, though, I did a perfect water spit doing a spit take when someone suggested a question. It was like,
or when you spat on my laptop earlier when Rick Flair fucked the bear in Camp WWE.
Oh, God. It wasn't so much Rick making the noises.
The bear going,
yeah, the bear. And that, Charlotte, is how I met your mother.
Woo! Oh, God!
Woo!
Oh, no!
This is why Rick never leaves the retirement home. This is what happens when no shenanigans happen at ringside that is by way of Rick. He goes into the wilderness and fucks bears.
Or a tire.
Or a rock.
Or a rock. A rock, not the rock.
Yeah, I said a rock, not the rock.
I know. Just forgot. That'd be weird.
But in all seriousness, I think Rick is going to fall on that trope of anything that moves, as far as Camp WWE is concerned.
He's going to wake up in bed next to Vince and he's going to be like,
woo!
Ah, fuck!
Yeah, and Vince will be like, Rick, what are you doing here? What?
Woo!
Why is there a very suspicious mound at your... Oh, God, we got drunk.
Ooh. Just gets over Ryan's face like, that didn't pick up a fucking talk.
Actually, no, I'm kind of picturing it like...
Don't picture it.
No. It's the Booker T. Goldust scene. It's like, okay, Linda, I'm going to come into bed and we're going to cuddle up and... Woo! What the... You're not Linda! Lights come on and it's fucking Rick. Like, woo!
It's Rick in Linda's underwear.
Bruh! I ain't gonna wear this, probably.
Rick, put it on. Woo! Rick is definitely a punching bag, isn't he?
I actually made mention of Rick on a wrestling page on Facebook, saying that I straight up admitted that it's a running joke on DragonBomb that he escapes the retirement home.
It's because he does!
Either bloodied or naked. It varies depending on what mood we are in. But no, I think Rick is the designated punch bag. He is the butt monkey of what we do.
Well, that is until WWE stopped parading him out.
Yeah, now we need to find someone else to joke about.
Byron Saxton, everyone else picks on him. You know?
Yeah, but we need to find someone that we could run the ball with. Or a creator for the lack of continuity and Shane McMahon running Raw for the last month.
Well, Fandango's still in the company.
You know what? I was actually thinking of you when I was watching Raw on Monday.
Oh, and Fandango showed up?
Yeah.
You probably picture me someone going, oh, for fuck's sake!
No, I actually heard you screaming. That remains my personal highlight on DragonBomb.
I wish that was fake, but that was real.
That was the most legit, entertaining scream I ever heard.
That was unadulterated rage.
It was disbelief and anger chucked into one.
Yeah.
But also, before we can get to what I did in Cardiff as we go through the weeks of Raw. Continuity does not exist. Shane McMahon's running the gig despite losing.
Yeah. Which they even bring up. Like, there's something like the like, even though you lost your match against Taker, like, then he shouldn't be here. But screw it, I want to see you fall on your face. Oh, you didn't fall on your face. Do it again. Vince logic. Ding.
You can just imagine what the little cheesy grins like. Well, you threw yourself off the top of the cell for my sake and for everyone else's sake. What's the worst that can happen? A better shot. Even though it's still the same creative, what would the face manager?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know,
it's just
that's wrestling for you.
It's like wrestling.
It is what it is.
Wrestling, when it's dumb, it's fucking dumb. But when it's great, it's fantastic. That's how wrestling is wrestling short put it. That's cool.
Wrestling is a soap opera, basically.
A male soap opera. And we get looked at like weird.
Women can like soap operas too. And they can like wrestling too.
No, we get looked at like we're the weird ones.
I don't know, I went to Comic-Con and I saw a lot of people dressed up like furries. I don't think I'm the weird one anymore.
All of a sudden, wrestling fans look like saints.
Booker T is huge in person, by the way.
Like how big is he?
Like, oh my god, he could like just humongous.
It's like huge.
His like shoulders are like out. This doesn't work on audio. His shoulders are like just fucking.
He's like a fucking tank.
He has a presence. I knew where he was because you could just see this gap in the table of people like getting. So Booker T's up there because there's like a 5-meter gap between them.
Not only that as well, but like
and the honky tonk man's definitely in it.
What, on the chubby side?
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect less. He was like what, an Elvis impersonator?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm surprised no one flipped a table at Booker and went, "Whoa!" You're like, wait.
No! I should have dressed as Brock Lesnar and went, "Hi, Book." Ah!
Whoa! No! We need to watch that clip again. Also because Cole gets F5'd in the shoe.
Rest in peace, shoe. I didn't know sells that F5. He fucking sold that F5.
The shoe sold it better than he did.
Yeah, because the shoe was motionless after it hit the floor.
Well, speaking of seeing wrestlers who are like fucking jacked and built, John Morrison.
Yeah.
He is a lucha disguised as a fucking tank. But Raw has been very fun for the last few weeks. Bullet Club invaded.
Yeah, I've only been keeping up with bits. I've been reading and like watching stuff on YouTube because I've been so busy with work. So, to be honest, it's actually a surprise. The only reason I was able to watch Payback was because it was a bank holiday Monday and I worked early. So I was able to watch it and then go to sleep, as opposed to like, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep now. Oh, right, babe. And then just read the results.
Well, the Raws have been really fun. Bullet Club invaded, things are getting set up nicely. Did you see the clip when Bullet Club invaded?
Oh, yeah.
Did you think the same as me, that initially you thought it was just like two random fans just jump in the ring?
Nah, because they wouldn't go that far, I don't think. Not two of them. If it was just one, but when you have two people would notice.
Yeah, because
a lot of times when the people that invade the ring, it's like two of them, and
Yeah, because I was watching it and I was thinking, well, what the hell's going on here? It wasn't until I picked up Anderson's shiny bald head that it clicked.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, and I just threw the too sweet up because it was like, fuck yeah. You're like, the fucking club are here.
They're in different places, but they get it there.
Yeah, I mean, the Lego obsessed mastermind is still down in NXT.
Probably still for the best. Mind you, because that's happened since recording. Joe won the title.
A house show, no less.
Well, that's because Finn got injured.
Was it kayfabe or legit?
Nobody's sure yet. Nobody's sure yet, but I do know that they I think they had to think on their feet and run with it. This is gonna jump all over the place because I don't have my actual mouse. There you go. Right. So yeah, that's another thing that's happened.
Yeah. But, and who says shit doesn't happen at a house show? In seriousness.
Yeah. The problem is everyone has their phone at house shows now, so because house shows are the moments where like people kind of break their kayfabe stuff because it's not televised, it's not part of the storyline.
Well, we saw Finn and Shinsuke doing the yowl.
Both doing the yowl. Oh, there was Kevin Owens and somebody shaking hands in a ring. Kevin Owens, who's just the guy like fuck everyone and everything.
Yeah, and especially if you're on Twitter.
I feel like if I could get the beard, I'd cut my hair super short and spiked it.
Yeah.
Could probably pull off a bit of a decent looking KO.
Yeah.
That might be my next time for Comic Con.
Yeah.
The amount of wrestling cosplay at Wrexham Comic Con. Saw 2 Undertakers.
Nice.
One was a little kid.
Oh.
And I saw a kid dressed up like Sting, baseball bat included. And I felt sorry for him because it was a hot day.
Oh.
And he had the face paint, and it was like...
Did he have like the long leather coat as well?
Yes! He was full on Crow Sting. And I was like, that's awesome. I bet you are boiling in that though.
Oh man. I've never been to Comic Con in Wrexham. It's something that I should get around to.
It all depends if you... Don't go there looking to buy stuff. A lot of the stalls weren't great. But for some of the meet and greet stuff was smart. I got to meet Robert Llewellyn from Red Dwarf, which is a fucking awesome thing.
Yeah, a friend of mine...
I got sat in Bumblebee from Transformers.
You sat in the car?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Post-next Optimus Prime.
Lord! No, wrestling cosplays are always a fun thing. And it's like the trio of them.
There's a girl cosplaying as Becky Lynch as well, actually. She had her coat on, so you couldn't see the full thing. But she had the hair, she had the steampunk goggles on, she had the knee pads. And I want to go to, are you cosplaying? But she was with her boyfriend and she didn't look happy, so I was like, I just went to shout out, I think that's Becky Lynch cosplay. I'm not going to go and ask, because she didn't look happy, but
oh no, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, if it was, fair play.
Well, you reminded me as well when I was at NXT in Cardiff. I saw a kid dressed like the Undertaker down there as well.
Nice.
Oh man, I tripped balls because I thought I saw someone I knew as well with a fucking spit of a friend of mine. But it was like, wait, you're not a wrestling fan. Why are you here?
I'm his demon. No.
Well, her demon in this case. Hi.
Popo, no!
Mr. Popo is here for the wrestling.
Hi, maggots.
And to remind Triple H of the pecking order.
Right, so...
Yeah, Mr. Popo now runs the dub.
Oh my god!
It was me, Vince. It was me all along. Bye.
Make him look strong, damn it. AJ Styles, you make Reigns look strong. Pecking order, bitch!
Oh, you see, Reigns is at the top of the pecking order, but not Cena. So AJ Styles, your job.
Bye. It's too real!
And Styles would be like, well, it's not like this could get any worse. No. Ric Flair. Woo! Butt naked out of the retirement home, right behind the club.
That's who lets him out. Mr. Popo just walks up, unlocks the door,
Bye.
creaks open, just walks away, and all Ric Flair sees is like in the middle of the night, he just sees the eyes.
Yeah.
And he just sits up and goes, right, well, gotta go do this then. He's like, just does the Undertaker step like, whoa.
Yeah, but Popo doesn't tell him to blade at breakfast, though.
You didn't need to. You don't need to tell Ric Flair to blade. You just give him the look and he would go, oh, the Crimson Mask!
And somewhere out there, Vince is getting another phone call saying, yeah, about Rick. We need to talk.
Just his phone goes, he goes, what? Return. Is Rick in the building? Yes, we'll look after him for the night. Yes, we'll buy him dinner, and we'll drop him up in the morning.
2 weeks later, all friends are here to trying to keep Rick in the retirement home. Yeah, but let's just counter this one with Guru, like, all friends, you kind of need to let Rick back into the retirement home. He's bleeding everywhere. Clean it up.
No, because remember, they don't have TV. We're going to use our wishes to get a TV, so he has no idea. He thinks it's still real. It's still real to me, damn it.
Well,
no!
Look, Guru, we went through this. Kayfabe is broken.
No! Shut up.
It's still real to me. Damn it, Dandy. Why are you wearing the Kevin Owens shirt?
No. Okay, we are going off the rails way too fast.
That's what we do.
That is indeed true.
Well, Raw and SmackDown have been great. We had the build-up going to Payback. Styles won the #1 contendership after Reigns was like, I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm the guy. Shut the fuck up. You are not the guy. Okay? You want to be the guy? Yeah? Talk to Xavier Woods. Go on up, down, down, and play I want to be the guy. Complete that. Then we can talk about you being
I want to be the guy is fucking piss easy. He has to play Cat Mario 3.
Is that worse than I want to be the guy?
The clouds kill you.
Everything will kill you in the guy.
Yeah, but no, like I want to be the guy. You can kind of expect some stuff. No, if you play, I think it's, the real name is something Japanese, but in Cat Mario 3, if you get to the end of World 1-1 and you get the other steps, you jump. You have to jump super high over the flagpole because a wall of bullet bills come along. So you jump over that.
Over the bills.
And then the thing is, you have to jump over the flagpole as well because you have to have that height for the jump. So you jump over the flagpole. Flagpole goes off the screen. You can't go back to the flagpole. You have to keep running right. And right at the end, there's a pit.
We gotta look this up.
You have to kill yourself. It's the fucking worst.
Yeah, we're gonna look this up later. When I was down in Cardiff, we found out about China, which was very unfortunate.
Yeah, do you want to take a segment here to go into your meet and greet
with the Hitman himself?
Yeah,
nothing.
You've probably got some really interesting stuff about this, so take the reins.
Nothing against the guy.
Not the Roman reigns.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, it's Pun City today. We're here in Kevin Nash's favourite place, the Quad.
I love how you pointed that out.
I had to. I saw it and I just went.
You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna say recording from the Quad. You're like,
just an image of Kevin Nash going, no!
Or Vince McMahon. Or Triple H.
No, they're just laughing. They're probably laughing if Henry falls over now.
Yeah, but Nash will just tear his quad at any given moment now. But no, the Cardiff event was really fun actually. I've got nothing against Bret, but he is a very grumpy, cynical guy, but with very good reason.
I was about to say, considering everything that's happened with him,
yeah, you don't.
I'm not surprised.
You don't blame him for what it's worth. You really don't. And the first thing he opens with, I can't quote it exactly, so I'm going to have to paraphrase. Man, WrestleMania was shit. There is no beating around the bush with Bret Hart. There is nothing. He's like us.
So, what was the venue like? Is it
It was in one of the function rooms at Cardiff City Football Ground.
So, decent size, sort of, almost like a mini lecture hall sort of thing.
No, it's kind of like a how would I describe it? It's like the function room at a pub, like a big ass function room in a pub.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it was a really fun event. I mean, Bret straight off the bat just straight up says Mania was a crock of shit.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon can't throw a punch to save his life.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't think he was too keen on the part timers getting the limelight. And it was you see Shawn, you see Austin, you see Foley, and they're all in their ring gear. You kind of knew something was going to happen. it would have made more sense if they actually came out of the crowd from nowhere.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Well, and he was happy to take a shit on Trips, but that's part of the course as far as Bret's concerned.
Yeah. So was it kind of just was it like a Q&A? Did it become like a Q&A sort of thing, or was it kind of like a panel where it's like, I'm going to talk for a bit, and then if you guys want to ask questions, you can?
Oh, it was a talk with the guy from... It was a Q&A with the fella from Wrestle Talk.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but he was actually really chill.
Yeah.
And then we got to ask questions for a bit.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to pause for a moment.
Bear with us, we'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, so we were talking about how it was just like a Q&A when everyone got to talking. Bret had some really interesting points, actually. He mentioned that there's too much talking and not enough wrestling.
Yeah, that makes sense. And
even though he shits on Trips, he praises NXT. He didn't know Asuka's name, referred to as the Japanese one.
The thing is, I can understand why Bret probably doesn't keep fully up to date with everything they do. He's not going to be somebody who's watching every single thing that they do.
That is true.
I think I bet he almost just begrudgingly references it because he has to because of who he is.
Yeah. He said that if there's one thing that wrestling needs, it's innovators. And he felt that he was an innovator when he came into the dub in the late 80s and early 90s when he peaked. Like guys like him, Shawn Michaels. Who else would you consider as innovators during the 90s? But you get the general gist, don't you?
Yeah.
And he name dropped 4 guys at least. He mentioned Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk.
Didn't he mention Zayn?
He said he really enjoyed the Shinsuke Zayn match, but I don't think he mentioned Zayn when he mentioned about the innovators.
Yeah.
And there was one thing he said, that one of his career highlights, or something that he's proud of, is that he's never injured anyone either. And when you think about it, in any match that he's been in, have you ever seen him hurt anyone?
No, I can't think of anything. No, not intentionally anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, Austin fucking bled in WrestleMania, not WrestleMania.
Mania 13.
Was it Mania? I thought it was SummerSlam.
No, you're thinking of the SummerSlam is when Owen broke his neck.
SummerSlam's, yeah, sorry.
And Mania 13 was that famous match with blood dripping down his face.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a reason why he was known as the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be.
Yeah.
Because he is fucking talented.
Yeah, there is no doubt about what Bret has done.
Yeah.
And I jokingly said to a few guys on our table that we made friends with at the train station the next day, and I said, so if anyone bringing up Montreal gets put through a table, no ifs, no buts.
I was really wondering, because that's what was like the big things that people will want to talk to Bret Hart about. Owen and the incident.
Oh, he did talk about Owen, didn't mention the incident, but for obvious reasons.
What's the 2 big things that hover around Bret Hart? His brother dying in the WWE
and Montreal. Yeah.
Which everyone has talked about to death. There are more conspiracy theories about the screw job than there are about Area 51.
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, well, we'll touch on Montreal.
And we'll touch on the screw job.
Yeah, but
bastards.
Bret himself actually was the first person in the whole room to bring it up.
You have to. It's probably the best idea. Get in front of it and just... Because then, if you don't bring up, every question in Q&A is going to be, so, when the Montreal screw job happened and you went and punched the Vince, how did you feel?
Yeah, it's just like...
Pissed off.
Well, no shit.
Ding, ding, ding.
I mean, but no, it's surprising actually hearing Bret be the first guy to bring up Montreal.
Yeah.
And there was another pointer he'd made as well.
I do think he's buried the hatchet. I mean...
He's buried the hatchet with Vince. He's buried it with Shawn.
Guess the only the one outlier is Earl Hebner, but that's because he's now at TNA.
Oh yeah, that company. Do you still want to chip in? And
how much money have you got in your wallet right now?
I'll have to check my bank account, but sure.
No, just the cash in your wallet right now. I've got 6-7 quid. We could probably pull it together, throw in the bear.
What? We're not selling the bear for TNA.
No, we're not selling it. throwing in the bear as the chairman. Your new chairman for TNA, the Bear!
Yeah, meanwhile, like, Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins walks into the boardroom. You're not Dixie.
Hi, maggots.
Yeah, like,
Popo! You're back again!
Don't you get it? I'm running every single wrestling promotion in the world. And I'm running TNA into the dirt, where it belongs, with the maggots. Bye.
Hi.
Could you just imagine, like, Big Father Ted here, like, wearing, like, a business suit, just, like, eyeing Billy Corgan in the creative room?
You have to put that in the rip-off suit Cesaro wears.
Did I?
That does the arm thing as well, just a big guy. No.
I actually love Cesaro's new
Cesaro's so good! Because he's like, he does the whole thing, and it's like he forgets, he's like, oh, there's a crowd! Do the arm thing, he's like, ah! It's having so much fun.
Getting back to
going back to Bret Hart.
It was a really fun night, really good event. Like met him, chatted with him, and I said to him that because actually I'll just show you as well. And we got quite a few things signed as well, and I got my copy of Hitman signed by him as well. Just get the page. Just need to flip this.
Nice.
And there you see it. And I pretty much said to him that Soph got it for me for my birthday last year. I just couldn't put it down. It's that good a read.
Yeah.
And he was really happy to hear that I enjoyed it that much.
Pretty big book as well, actually.
Oh man, he does not hold back. It is basically.
I think I really should get into biographies. I've never been able to get into. I think wrestling ones. I feel like it's just definitely worth getting into.
Yeah, the best ones I will personally go for and recommend Mick Foley and Bret.
Yeah.
Like Mick because it's frank, it's funny, it's honest, and with Mick you feel like you're at the pub, like listening to him recounting his stories.
Yeah.
With Bret, it is a full-on, descriptive as hell, no holds barred,
breaking every little thing down.
Fun fact: the match between him and Bulldog at SummerSlam '92 completely and utterly winged it because Bulldog forgot everything. And like Bret said, don't worry, we'll carry you. And they basically called the entire match there and then.
Well, that's fair play.
Speaking of that sort of stuff, Shinsuke and Zayn basically.
Shinsuke and Zayn did, you were saying, yeah.
So that was really awesome. But no, to get back to the event, I was saying before we got back to recording, never get me involved. If I've got the money, get me involved in an auction. Did you see the photos on my Facebook of the hall?
I think so, yeah.
But basically, we've had to stash them in under the bed. We've got a signed paint canvas of Kurt Angle.
Nice.
That one Soph bought. I bought a signed photo, very large, it's all framed and stuff, of Kurt Angle's last match, or at least in London, when he was against Bobby Lashley.
Oh, wow.
And that too is signed. And the mother of all of them that I got, Soph also got a Calgary Hitmen jersey, the team that Bret invested in back. No, we actually bought that ourselves to take with us down.
Yeah.
We got that signed as well. And he helped get the team off the ground in the 90s. The team is named after him, obviously, Calgary and stuff.
Yeah.
But the mother of all halls in there is a set of 9 signed photos. I think I paid like 500 or so for it. No, 575, I think.
Yeah.
And the story, what happened was like, I went in at 500, and I thought, you know what, I'll just one up myself as like an insurance thing. So I said, okay, 525. I don't, I'll okay, 525, 525, and I'm just sat there thinking, okay, I got this. I'm nervous because, I want it that fucking bad.
Yeah.
Guy pipes up, 550. I stand up, bolt fucking upright like the Undertaker. Just like, no ifs, no buts. It was like, 550, dong, 575. And I scored it.
But Sophie next to you going, what are you doing? Why are you standing up? Don't! Fuck, he's done it. Yeah, shit.
I basically did like a mix of the evil monkey from Family Guy and the Undertaker.
Yeah, just Mine!
Yeah, I did not want to let that go because it's 9 signed photos, all of Hall of Famers, if not eventual ones. Like, to name as many as I can remember, I think it's Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Sting, Ric Flair. I can't remember.
The PS3 turned itself on somehow, and it was turned itself off.
Automatic updates.
They still update the PS3?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, okay. Well, he was going, and I was like, oh, that's something turning up. The light's on.
Is Triple H like playing games with that weird PlayStation again? It's just an update.
Imagine Vince playing video games.
Oh, that'd be... Well,
what the fuck is a red shell?
and Triple H be like, well, a red shell is what happens when...
Shut up, Triple H!
Keep your nose out of those shells!
I just picture you just turning him backhanded and going, shut up!
They're like, well, how do you play the Mario? Well,
you play the Sonic.
Well,
you jump.
You jump to get the ring.
Your Tails is in another castle. Is that right? Did I get that right?
No, it's your princess is in another castle.
Are you referring to my daughter as a princess in another castle? You bastard!
Well, that's what happened when I drugged her and took her to Vegas.
Fuck, I forgot you did that.
Oh my god, did we just manage to cross-reference Mario, Vince, Triple H, Steph, and the fucking wedding sequence?
How do you throw a fireball?
You press the B button.
That's not Street Fighter. We're not playing Street Fighter. We're playing Street Fighter. Rips the car out, slams. He's like putting it in the wrong way. Why isn't this working? Vince, we love you, but you are probably incapable with technology.
Oh god.
How do I unlock my phone?
This is the same guy who didn't know who Metallica was during Saint Anger and did not know what a taco was despite eating a taco. This is the same guy who eats fucking ketchup who has steak who has ketchup with his steaks.
Oh, Vince.
What are we gonna do here, Vince? No,
put him on ice like Walt Disney. I mean, to give him at the end of Halo 3, he's going to get a crouch over. Wake me if you need me. And then everyone goes, just walk away. Walk away.
Yeah,
walk away. Who cares if the company's on fire? We just won't wake him up.
Yeah, and Triple H was just like looking at him like, well, I think NXT is going to invade.
I'm just going to lean on this thing. Oh no, I turned off the life support.
Oh, but to get back to serious business.
Why the fuck would we do that?
No.
We don't do that!
No, well, serious business is wrestling talk. But no, the moral of me at auctions, if I've got the money, don't let me near one.
Yeah. Did you get evils from the dude when you one-upped him?
No, the guy actually admitted defeat, like, you crazy fucker.
With that extra £25, my wife would have ripped my testicles off. Sit down.
It was
I hate you.
It was such a fun night. Though. Really
I can imagine. I can totally imagine.
Right, like all the side stuff's under the bed. No, we came back the next day. We got a item signed for a person in the hotel who's really thankful as well.
Nice.
And well, we got the little photo frame thing.
Yeah. I've been looking at that.
It was really fun. This promotion does like different Q&A events with other wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
They did Ric Flair and Kurt Angle as well.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
And apparently the Angle one was really fun.
Yeah, I can. Angles, I can picture his just being the weirdest ride ever.
Go on.
Just the amount of like. He went through so many different things, like, there was the weird relationship stuff with Stephanie, kayfabe. There was the whole milk truck thing.
Oh yeah,
I love that he comes out and does the thing, but with milk, which just looks wrong if you watch any sort of adult material.
Oh my.
Kurt Angle, Bukaki, the entire ring.
I was actually thinking of Bukake.
This is Japanese hentai!
And I'm doing it with a broken fucking neck.
He's got something that looks a bit like a tentacle. It's a hose pipe.
Oh.
He just threw that in and decided whipping.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. And I thought I was bad for the sexual jokes.
Turns out you just gotta put some tango in me and it comes out.
Oh, God. I mean, well, to go back onto the wrestling scene, like post meet up with Bret, he also added that he was only doing Payback for Natty's sake as well.
I get that, but I also think if he hadn't done Payback, then they wouldn't have gone with what they did.
Well, we'll get to that.
Should we actually make a start on Payback?
Yeah.
We're nearly 40 minutes in.
Into like pissing and joking about, but that's what we do best. Just ripping into Ric Flair, Vince McMahon, and anything that we see fit.
I know this is totally unrelated, but I just remembered I wanted to buy this so much. There was a T-shirt in Comic Con. It just said "Hentai: A Love Story Between a Girl and an Octopus," and I had to resist every urge not to just throw 20 quid on the table and give me that T-shirt.
I would only imagine Chantel was.
She just looked at me and went, "Why do you find that funny?" I went, "'Cause it's true."
Does she know?
She knows enough about anime to know that it's weird. It was just like you read it, it's like, oh, it's funny.
And it's all downhill from here. Like, I'm just looking at that Camp WWE screenshot. I have to laugh because Taker sounds like Constantino Smith, the goth guy from Vice City on the radio.
I just love they've got Big Show just wide-eyed, hands up, going, no!
No, Camp WWE is alright. It wasn't.
No, it's not alright. It's passable.
Yeah, it's alright. I
think I will watch, because I watched the first episode after watching Payback, and like, granted, I was obviously a bit like, because Payback's a bit of it was an alright show, but you know, especially the ending of that. And then I thought, alright, I'll go straight in the Camp WWE. And like, there's little like bits and nods where it's like, you know, like the things like Dusty Road, or just like little bits here and there. It's like, okay, nice little nods.
Hearing Vince swear
might be the fucking funniest thing about that show.
Yeah.
The only reason the Ric Flair stuff is funny is because of the shtick we already have about him. Like, otherwise it should be, oh, Rick fucked a bear. Woo. Rick's gonna get done for bestiality. I don't know if he tried it with a male bear in the bed and ripped his cock off. The Revenant. Hey, they reference movies all the time, so we'll do it.
To be honest, I mean, well, speaking of that, do you ever see the parody-style poster the dub made called The Covenant?
No.
I need to show that to you after, actually.
Oh.
No, it was actually a spot-on style of it. But let's go on to Payback. Did you watch the pre-show?
No. I don't watch pre-shows because if the stuff's good enough, it shouldn't be on the pre-show. I feel like your pre-show stuff's trying to just like... Also, like I said, I was in work. I've been doing a lot of extras in work, so it was just like... I just, especially, you know, not feeling 100%. It was like, I have to watch the minimum amount of wrestling I have to so we can talk about it.
Whereas I go whole hog and watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and pay-per-views, and I still somehow manage to do alright in uni.
You have more time than I do.
That is true. But no,
you don't have work constantly phoning up saying, hey, someone's phoned in sick, can you come do it? No. Hey, do you want to do this week? No. Okay.
Yeah, that is true. But no, one of the issues I had with the pre-show was that the US belt was being defended.
In the exact same match that we had at WrestleMania.
It was better than Mania, that match, though.
Only because Kalisto nearly killed himself.
Well, the spot of that match was Kalisto getting gorilla press from the top rope.
From the top rope. I've seen that. That looked impressive. But I've also seen the thing of him trying to leap over the top rope and Ryback having to go, oh, fuck, no, you don't. Because he nearly fucking killed himself. He nearly did a Sin Cara.
Or Sin Cara apparently botched not long ago as well. What's new? The silence says it all.
What's new is that I have a new email.
Whoa!
Hey, 25 technically. 20.
Well, Dolph Ziggler against Baron Corbin kicked off the pre-show.
Which he lost, didn't he? Corbin lost
by a roller, a fucking roller.
So Corbin's any momentum he's got axed.
You just see me just shaking my head like
the silence says it all. Ziggler's done so much good stuff, but I think he might need to go.
Well, it is a release day today.
Yeah.
And Kalisto defends the US belt. Solid match. I really did enjoy it. It should have been on the main card, but whatever. I'll get over it.
So soon appearing on the what was it? What was the thing? What's Ryfront doing in the Impact Zone? Ryfront instead of Ryback.
Clever.
But apparently, Ryback's been doing more of the CM Punk stuff to piss people off.
Yeah,
apparently he did something.
He did his entrance.
Did he do the whole
Yeah, he did the whole kneeling down, checking the time, and
doing the clobbering time.
Yeah, and it was in Chicago, and like a friend of mine on the Facebook saying there's probably going to be CM Punk chants, and I said, you know what, Ryback's just going to bring it on himself.
Yeah, to be honest, I was really impressed that CM Punk chants didn't start until like halfway through the show.
Yeah, in fairness.
And Vince knows how to shut them the fuck down.
Well, is that it? Go on!
Yeah, come on, let's say more. And they all just gotta go. It's like, I would love to went, see, this is why he left. None of you fucking actually care about him. And neither do we. Mic drop, walk out the ring, strut, go, oh, by the way, they're both in charge. That is how you do that segment. He just fucking ruined everything. He's like, fuck all of you, fuck Punk, fuck Colt Cabana as well, because, drop the mic, do the strut, get one near the end and went, oh, by the way, Vince,
by the way, Shannon Stephanie are now running Raw.
Right now, I'm going to my limo, I'm going to Bangkok. Bye, cocaine! I'm going to play Street Fighter. I'm going to learn how to do a Hadouken.
It's just mental. There's that concept. But we're going to go on to the main show, and the first match had so much potential, but it got ugly.
This is why I'm kind of glad we've danced around and been so fun, because this is now where it gets serious.
Yeah.
Because I was half convinced we'd seen, again, after Shane nearly killed himself, granted in a planned spot, and this was not planned. Yeah. I was fucking scared that Enzo had died.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a gif that...
also, can we just say fuck the editing team?
No. Fuck Kevin Dunn, that bucktooth beaver motherfucker.
For constant... I get that you want to, but slow-mo. You don't want it... No. One time was bad enough, and they kept showing it, and I had to keep looking away. Because he hits that middle rope, because what happens? He goes, I think it's Gotch goes to throw him out the ring.
Yeah.
And he slips or something, and just comes, face connects with the middle rope.
Oh.
And from there, he's gone. And then, he flops onto the floor.
Yeah, and, me and Soph...
And his eyes open, glazed.
Yeah, me and Soph watching it live, and we were just sat... Well, you watched it live as well.
I didn't watch it live, I watched it after the fact.
No,
I was able to avoid all the spoilers because I was in work. So.
Yeah, we just sat there and oh my god, and that was really hard to watch, because, some people immediately thought of that... Was it... I know the surname, I can't remember the first name, that Aguayo guy with Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah, the one that died when his neck snapped on the ropes.
Yeah.
The 619 didn't go right. Yeah,
it was really hard to watch. And I'm glad...
I'm glad it didn't take long for the refs to realise that there was something wrong, because Gotch tries to get him back in the ring.
Yeah.
The ref immediately pushes him up, throws the axe up, and then you see the New Day guys stop doing their shtick, and then, because, as the match started, they're sitting there, they're eating pizza, and they're FaceTiming on Twitter. And it was really funny. But the minute after, all that serious, and
you could hear a pin drop in there.
You could see it, especially in Big E's face. There was just concern.
Yeah, I even remember I heard Big Cass even broke down. He was in tears.
The thing that got me the most scared, because they focused on him for a bit, and then the stretch comes out, and they just move to the commentary desk, and I was like, that can't be good. That can't. The reason they moved all of it away, is because he's dead, or some serious shit has happened.
But we couldn't believe, like, we were hoping to God he hadn't died. You know what I mean?
It was just hard to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we're glad it was only a concussion in the end, for what it was worth.
Yeah.
But fucking hell, you know, it's something you don't want to have to see happen.
No, definitely not.
I mean,
it was not pretty.
But Kevin Dunn can still suck a dick for what it's worth. They're just like making us watch that over and over.
Yeah, there was some sick, like almost like weird perverse thing going on there, because it was just like, stop it, just stop showing it. Like, the thing is, because I always do the thing like, oh, if you're only tuning in now, and it's like, I don't know anyone who would tune in the middle of a wrestling show.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't know anyone, but like,
no, you watch from start to finish.
And you know, even if that is what you do, you just say you don't keep showing it.
No, at most you just show it once, no more, no less. But oh Jesus, it's just fucking so brutal.
And in some ways, it put a downer really on the rest of the night, because you're waiting for something. Thankfully, he does sound like he's okay. KO put a photo up.
Yeah, that selfie.
Yeah. The thing I saw somebody put is like, why the fuck is Cass in a suit? Was he half convinced he was going to have to bury him today or something? Because he's like in a suit, and Enzo's just like, he's being Enzo. Cass is in a suit. And it's weird seeing Cass in a suit.
He looks like he's going to fucking church.
Yeah. I just got KO going, yeah!
Did you see all the edits that came out?
No.
Someone photoshopped KO's like, hey, face with Vince's limo exploding behind him.
That's amazing.
I requested one where he's at the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones, like with that face as shit's going down.
Yeah.
Like just like important events in history, and KO's there like, hey!
Hey!
But the Vince's limo exploding one was a favourite.
That's pretty good.
But I am glad Enzo is alright. I mean, he even did like a whole gangster pose, like sticking in character outside the fucking hospital.
Yeah, there's a photo of him like outside the hospital, and he's all like, he's got his fists out, and it's like, the thing keep me down. But there was like someone on Facebook, on one of the groups, like, did Enzo get released? Like, or did he just escape? Because he's just there outside, and it's like, you can always say something like, where's Enzo? Oh, the certified G has officially left the building.
And you can't teach that.
He's done a Dean Ambrose, he's hijacked the ambulance. In fact, Dean's the one with the ambulance.
Yeah,
giving him police gear.
And they're on the way to fucking New Jersey for Extreme Rules.
Yeah, the only thing, because I don't know if it happened in Raw, are the Vaudevillains going against the New Day?
Yeah, they're going to go against them.
That's going to bog them down, because no matter what, if they win, they can't win the titles.
No.
Because if they win the titles, they will get brutalized, because you got it through someone getting injured.
Yeah. Well,
so New Day's going to have to win that.
Well, a comparison with the massive heat they've got on them now is comparable to Owen after he broke Austin's neck.
Yeah. And I wouldn't have been surprised if the Vaudevillains were going to win that match anyway. But you have to kind of change up what's going to happen. You can't have them win the titles now, because it would. You've got this giant black spot on the whole thing setting up for it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought that Enzo and Cass would have won that, because Extreme Rules is in New Jersey, which is Enzo's home state.
Yeah, but I think they're wanting Enzo and Cass are already pretty over, and they have their stuff to show for it. I don't know how, because the Vaudevillains debuted on SmackDown, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, debuting on SmackDown? Yeesh.
Well, Tyler Breeze fucking appeared on SmackDown.
There's a silence here, because I was like, yeah, and your point is? There's your point.
Yeah.
Look at Tyler Breeze.
Finally chalking up his win the Raw after.
Well done, he won one match. He's going to lose like the next 20.
But yeah. You guys know we had a house show against Nakamura as well.
Oh, Breeze had a... Oh, yeah, because Nakamura did the whole, like...
Thing,
yeah, like,
oh my god, that must be amazing.
Yeah, like Nakamura just, like, laying on the rope. Yeah, like Nakamura just chilling on the ropes like Breeze would.
I love... Anytime I see something like that, he's just so good, like, oh, so that's a gimmick, I'm going to do it too.
It is like, whatever you can do, Shinsuke will do better.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember at some match at WrestleMania Access, I can't remember who he wrestled, Someone like blows a kiss at him, and he does the whole thing like he like grabs it and offers it to the ref, to the crowd, and he just like throws it on the floor and stamps on it. It's just like,
yeah, it's just like I don't know what to do with this.
Nakamura just has so much charisma.
Oh,
He's absolutely outstanding.
Well, the one one moment I've loved with Nakamura is the one where he catches the bullet.
I have that on my laptop. No. But because he has that look on his face as he eats a bullet going, yeah.
It's just vintage Shinsuke.
It's just...
Well, I don't know if you've watched any NXT, but Tom Phillips and Corey Graves have actually taken to calling him Swagsuke.
Nice, okay.
That's how you know he's over with Graves, especially because because he plays the heel commentator so well. Yeah, much to a point where he tells Tom Phillips to shut the fuck up when Eva Marie comes out. Yeah.
It takes a strong man to defend Eva Marie.
And Graves was just on. He was on point.
Yeah.
And even in a match against Asuka, which was awful, because Asuka's got to slow herself down to fight Eva Marie.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't want to watch that. As much as I love Asuka, I wouldn't want to watch that.
Oh yeah, you don't want to watch it.
Mainly because there's carrying somebody and then there's
stooping to one's level. Pretty much.
Asuka probably would have done better with a blow-up doll that
a blow-up doll of Eva Marie.
No, because nobody would want to fuck Eva Marie. I know somebody does. Like, she has a boyfriend, but dude,
I'm just doing my best impression of Toriano, just shrugging like.
You know what, Kenny?
What?
She's been tangoed.
Oompa, loompa, doompa dee doo. I've got another box for you.
Oh god, I'm dying. Oh god.
Oompa, loompa, doompa dee dee. If you get injured, you wrestle with me.
I don't want to drink my tango anymore. So the next match.
The match of the night. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn.
So goddamn good.
Oh, Jesus, I could watch those two fight forever if I wanted. I mean, those two are just magic in the ring. The video package was great. Everything spot on match. And who were you rooting for in that match, if you don't mind me asking?
KO.
Thank fuck. Everyone I was watching it with said Zayn. Like a friend of mine.
Because Zayn's the good guy.
Well, actually, one of my friends in Ireland said, "You know, I'm only following Zayn for this match because you're a KO fan." Fuck.
You sat around and going, "Well, fuck you."
Yeah, it's just like Soph had Zayn. My friend Tristan had Zayn. Saoirse had Zayn. My friend Rob had Zayn. But he's a fan of both of them anyway. But he's got the Zayn shirt, so figure. And I'm the one guy, other than you, at that particular moment, who's like, "Fight Owens, fight." I still wish a package pile driver would happen though.
You're not going to get a pile driver any time in the duff unless there's a tombstone. And only one person does it. Two, technically. Kane occasionally does it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just it was that thing of like it's always a problem when I have TP. I realise like I want both of you to win, but you can't, so I need to choose one. Yeah, choose Kevin Owens mainly because KO, man, fucking KO.
I love what happened after the match where he basically gets Saxton out to like interview him.
The thing that's great about KO is just his ring presence. Like he'll gladly take the piss. He starts doing the Sami Zayn arm thing, or he just yells at him.
Did you notice the Olay taunt he did as well?
Oh yeah,
I clocked onto that straight away. When he did the Olay thing, I thought, nice shout out to Ring of Honor.
But he's just great. And when you look, if you had no idea who he was and you look at him, you wouldn't think he'd be that great. Yeah, that's the great thing about him is any expectations you have, he will kick in the nuts.
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw him at our Evolution against CJ Parker, and now at this point,
Had you not seen anything of him before?
I did not know who any of the NXT5 was.
Yeah, I'd seen some Kevin Steen stuff. I knew like, oh fuck, this is going to be great. And his music's so good.
Oh man,
it is the most pumped up music.
Like I listen to that at least once a day.
Like anytime when I'm going into work and I feel like shit, just iPod, CFOS, fight, headphones in, and then I probably walk like a wrestler to the back store. Probably got my hands up. I can kill somebody now.
I think KO's got one of my favourite entrance songs in wrestling right now.
Yeah.
But no, with Owens, he's got like this massive presence. Like I said, I didn't know who he or any of the NXT5 were at the time when you told me to watch our Evolution. So I didn't think much of him at that moment. I was impressed with him, but I did not think that I would come to fucking adore this guy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, adore's a bit of a strong word, but I personally put him in my top 5. Like, I love what he does and what he brings to the table. Like, you look at him and the average person is going to think, well, he's a bit chubby, he's a bit fat. But you see a guy with charisma and humour, and he basically he steals JBL's hat and wears it.
And then he goes, I don't know how you can wear this. He takes it off.
Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, John, I got carried away.
Anytime Byron or Michael Cole say, just shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah, it's just.
I know fantasy booking is a thing that everyone does. Imagine a feud between KO and Punk.
Oh, holy shit, yeah. KO
God,
Punk would be
damn!
business. That would be fucking amazing.
Just the promos between the two.
Yeah, and every so often Sami Zayn comes in like the giant chicken from Family Guy just to fight Owens. I
would love if he took he takes the gimmick of turning the lights off. So you just see him and what they do, like, they just cuts like Sami Zayn backstage and on the light switch going, and everyone goes, oh, and he turns it back, like KO's in the ring, he's like, oh shit, but then it just cuts back and he goes, yeah, turns it back on, and he hasn't moved, he's just fucking with Kevin Owens, he's just there going, lights off, lights on, lights off, and once he turns it off and he just appears in the ring, and starts going,
But you know what? They should bring back the Gobbledygooker for Thanksgiving this year, now, in 2016, yeah? Have him interrupt in a match with KO. And it's like, what's the Gobbledygooker like fighting KO? Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, or it's the bunny.
Oh, fucking Adam Rose's bunny. Well, Easter's been, so we can't do the bunny. So we're going to have to settle for Thanksgiving with the Gobbledygooker.
Halloween.
What can we do for Halloween?
He comes out as one of the Undertaker's druids.
Punk's done it before, but Zayn doing it. I mean, I can just see Zayn as the kind
like he just wanders down to the ring and is like lost and he's like.
And you can imagine like Owen's like, what the hell's one of Taker's druids doing here? Like, get the hell out.
And he goes to take it and he just goes, hi!
It's me, Kevin! It was me all along!
Because I love whenever like there's a surprise thing with him. Owens either just goes, or he looks just like, oh, fuck, it's you again.
Yeah.
Is he like pure anger of like, oh, can't we just... Why?
Well, we're going to get to one of those moments in a bit, actually. After the match, you get Saxton in the ring, and I was honestly thinking Saxton was going to turn face by clocking Owens there and then. Or as you said, like that, Saxton probably gets pop-up powerbomb for his troubles.
Yeah.
And it was I really enjoyed that segment, and then
and then he said like, because it's like, well, you're going for the Intercontinental title, and that match is next, and and he's like, because like I say, ask me how I feel about Sami Zayn. How do you feel that the rivalry between you? That's not what I asked you. Anyway, so instantly like, that was not what I asked you to ask me, but I'll answer it anyway, you moron.
That was so fun.
Yes, I will join your commentary. Yes, but like, doesn't he make him like sit on a steel chair?
Yeah, like he basically like punts him to one side, like, and sits next to JBL with his hat.
Yeah,
like KO wearing JBL's hat is gold. KO on commentary is gold. It's just a shame that, I mean, Cesaro and The Miz was a great match. I mean,
which was the next match for the title with
Yeah.
Maurice.
She
looks good. She looks good. I personally don't care, but she looks good.
Yeah, but The Miz is still looking like a giant golden condom walking down to the ring.
Johnny Cage.
I'm seeing a giant condom now, not Johnny Cage. Like when
if he punched
Cesaro
in the dick.
Oh! I fucking love Cesaro though. Like I said earlier, with his entrance, like the suit ripping, the
I just love because he looks at the crowd and he's like, "Hey, there's people here." It's like he's surprised that there are people watching him wrestle.
God, Cesaro is so much fun.
He is having so much fun with him, which I'm glad.
It's like,
and because like I was saying to you before we started recording, like it's a really good match between the two.
That was overshadowed by KO commentary.
Because KO on commentary was great. I loved it. But halfway through, I was like, this is what everyone's focusing on.
Yeah.
Because all the commentators stopped calling the match. They're just chatting to KO. Camera cuts to him a lot. So I was like, if you were Miz or Cesaro, you'd be kind of pissed. Because you're doing the work in the ring. Do we pause?
Bugger off. It was a spam thing.
Oh dear. Why haven't my phone on silent when we record?
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna put my phone on silent. I wasn't expecting anybody to phone me either. But no, you just heard the fact that fight was my ringtone.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah.
I mean, it was a good match. And then
what the outcome of it was okay. And it's gonna set the fight forward. But I love because it wasn't like telegraphed. Like you don't hear like everyone going nuts. It's just like, at one point you just hear him going what, and then it cuts to the commentary table, and Sami Zayn's just there,
he's just like shit out. He just like come out of nowhere, diving over the table and starts fighting.
Fucking ninja smokes bomb and goes, "Hi, Kevin." Boop.
Yeah.
Just, like hello.
Hi.
Aww. And then of course it fucking spills into the ring,
and it cost Cesaro the match. And it was a good match, overshadowed by shenanigans, but it wasn't like shenanigans intentional. It was more like Zayn is going to beat the shit out of Kevin Owens, and the ref has to try and stop that.
Yeah. And then it just turns into that. When is the 30-minute Slawfest? Is that after this, or is that?
I think it was after Charlotte, because I joked on, because I said like everything after Charlotte just had me like Saitama off One Punch Man. Just like I was just literally like sat here like, okay, like not with any enthusiasm.
I was gonna say there's too much enthusiasm. Like, okay,
yeah, that was literally me. Like after that, I mean,
but yeah, I don't know when that segment is. I could really actually. I keep saying I'm going to take notes and bring notes with me, but I never do.
No.
But Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho. I can't even remember anything about this.
That was the weakest match. I honestly think that was the worst match of the night because Jericho and Ambrose it sounds good on paper, but Ambrose wrestles a very high pace. Not high flying, but he wrestles a high paced brawler style, whereas Jericho is more slow and technical.
It sounded good back in 2000. Or if you had 2000 Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Not dad bod, hip swaying.
Oh, Jesus, don't. I still can't take Jericho seriously because of that.
Sorry.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
Hip swaying, baby!
Yeah. There's some stuff that he yells in the ring that absolutely kills me. I remember he was having a match with AJ. And guess what? And he just like yells, "You stupid man!" and slaps him. Because it's just,
I fucking love like Jericho being like, "You stupid idiot!"
You stupid. But like that's funny. But the amount of "Come on, baby! Come on, baby!" It's like, and also there's a tattoo. I can't remember how many he's got it on. But it makes me really, you know M. Bison's logo in Street Fighter, like the skull with the whip?
Yeah.
It looks like that. It looks like Shadow Low.
I need to get a look at this.
Yeah. It might even be like in motion, but I keep seeing it. For some reason, I just keep thinking, now face the mighty Bison. He's gonna fucking psycho crush a Dean Ambrose.
Actually, on that mention, my friend in Dublin, Saoirse, she remarked that The little pinball move that Kalisto does off the rope. That's the closest thing you're going to get to a Psycho Crusher.
Yeah.
But I remarked, but if we're going to talk about Street Fighter and wrestling in the same sentence, can we please have Cesaro back with the eye patch?
Fucking hell, yes, the guy! It depends. Does he only just yell, Tiger, 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 swing, Tiger?
Tiger, swing! But no, what? Actually, he should just shout Tiger when he goes on those uppercut rampages.
Tiger! 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 That'd be awesome. I might actually tweet Zadie Wood saying, hey, if you ever get Cesaro on Up, Up, Down, Down, play Street Fighter and just keep yelling Tiger at him with cigar. Tiger!
Just imagine, like, if that fatal four-way happens, like, you got Zayn, Miz, and Owens, and all the corns, like pooped out, and next thing, like, Cesaro's like, and he just, like, runs to the Miz, like, Tiger, uppercut! And fucking rinse and repeat about 6 times.
Oh, God,
and then picks up Owens, like, Tiger, swing! And everyone starts counting to 100.
God damn it.
but no, I mean, you are right. I mean, like, Jericho, like, when he's like that, he's like fucking Bison, like, now, face the mighty Jericho. You idiot!
You stupid man! Slap. Sorry. It's just too funny, because it's just... I don't know if it's out of character or not, but it's
but if you want to cross Street Fighter into wrestling more, Daniel Bryan would have been best for, like, as the whole M. Bison thing with the, yes, this is delicious, yes. But but then again, like, this is also the same guy who screams no as a counter as well.
I'm just trying to think of more stereotypes. Who does the? Imagine the only person I think who'd actually get away with it would be Xavier Woods, and he does the Ray Jr. Of course. like Biggie says, "Are we going to win the tag team championship?" Of course. And he has to do the look.
You know what? I'll one up that. Like, to you, Enzo and Cass, losing that opportunity to become the tag team champions was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Sunday.
I need to watch a Street Fighter movie.
Just for Raul Julia, just owning that role.
He knew he was in a shit film, but he had so much fun with it. You can tell.
His kid said, "Can you do M. Bison in Street Fighter?"
And he was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll do it." And you can tell he had fun. Of course!
Well, I guess you couldn't see that, could you? Imagine Woods, like, dropping that one on Cesaro.
And I was thinking, because someone's having fun with it, and you're fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme as fucking Guile. You're going to get in my butt and kick M. Bison's ass!
So hard! The next Bison wannabe is going to...
I'm going to get in my butt! That's not how you start a rousing speech. I'm going to get in my butt! I have a butt, by the way!
Oh, fucking hell. But no, Ambrose and Jericho was the weakest match of the night. All Street Fighter references aside.
I can't think of anything actually important happened in that match.
No, but what I will say is that I do fancy going to the bookies to bet on a matchup in Extreme Rules.
Well, the thing is, even though he appeared on Monday Night Raw, he did put up on Twitter saying, thanks WWE. Thanks WWE, it's been fun, I'll see you next time. So I wonder if he's
doing a loser leaves town match with Ambrose at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, so he's probably going to lose that. He's probably got a Fozzy tour coming up.
Yeah, actually he does. Unsurprisingly.
Where they're going to do a cover of Ken's theme.
No, Giles' theme, man. Giles' theme goes with everything. You know what, next time, when Jericho comes out, like, break the walls down! Someone's got to do a mashup of that. And if anything, I mean, he can pretty much do the fucking flash kick as well without moonsaults.
He hasn't got the hair for it.
Nah.
The only thing that would be good is if we did the taunt that Guile does in Street Fighter 4. There's a special taunt, I think it's in Super. He just fucking pulls out sunglasses and puts them on. He just goes, sunglasses on, fight with sunglasses. You do the taunt again, takes them off.
Yeah, but we all know the king of taunts is Dan. Who would be the equivalent of Dan in a wrestling world, though?
Xavier Woods, probably, actually. It's comical enough. It's comical enough, but if used right.
Yeah. Like the Lethal Joke character. We're gonna have way too much fucking fun with this.
I just want to play Street Fighter now.
I've got Alpha 3 on the PS3.
Jury's not on that.
No, but Julie is.
Jury, mate.
Nah,
Jury.
the dolls, mate, for life.
Did you see that photo I got from Comic Con from the girls cosplaying as Cammy?
Killer Bee Cammy?
No, it was Street Fighter 2 Cammy, but really good cosplay.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look after.
I did get a print signed by her that is her Killer Bee one as well. Signed by her as well. Anyway.
Next match on the card. Women's Championship with Charlotte, with under Mr Popo's orders escaping from the retirement home, Ric Flair.
This backstory is getting so immense.
And Natty with
I don't want to be here.
Grumpy Uncle Bret.
He just did not look happy.
He actually, you could see a look of frustration on his face when the Sasha and Bailey chant started.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Yeah. And you know what was even more bullshit?
Because Natty did really well in that match.
Well, she sold that leg stupidly well.
She sold that really well. And the thing is, I know you'd have to, the main reason I say is just take out the two people with them, but without, obviously, thankfully there wasn't much involved in this match, but
yeah, that is true.
Take out Rick and Bret, and that was a great match, but they kept cutting to the two of them, and he was like, oh, something's gonna happen. Nothing happened.
You know what did happen? Little Nate happened. That's what fucking happened. Like, it was at that moment, well, I was just sat here like, okay. You know, it took me about
I feel like I got slapped in the face with a fish called stupid.
Did Rusev happen to slap you with that fish?
Nah, him with the TV belt.
Except that the TV belt is the actual TV.
Well, what he's done now is fashioned it into a belt, so he's just got a TV dangling between his legs. He took like a normal belt and there's the cable around it. Just walks out, swagger.
Like, Machka! And just like, beats you over the head with it.
He just swings it, it fucking flies and knocks you out.
I mean, it took me about 2 seconds to realise what happened. And when it hit me, it was like, you pricks. You pulled that one off on Charlotte. Is this another way of saying fuck you to the Hart family? You know?
I still don't get what the point of it was.
Well, on Raw the night after, there seems to be implications that Little Nate got right. You can scream if you want to.
No, it hurts too much.
Yep, but But
fuck
in bullshit.
You went real British there for the sheep. That was probably like British bullshit.
Right, actually, no, I'll go proper chic. Like, Charles Robinson, are you the real, or are you no good motherfucker, jabroni, fucking Chicago screwjob piece of shit? Fuck you, you limp dick motherfucker. You know, it goes on and on. I don't know why Lil Nate, I don't know why it ended like that. Apparently they planned it on the Friday before the event. So with 2 days to spare, it's like, oh hey, let's do the Chicago screwjob on Natty with Bret in presence. Fuck that. Fuck that!
But hey, to make up for it, they both put Charlotte and Rick in the sharpshooter.
Called it in Cardiff.
Which Bret was having trouble putting that sharpshooter on. You could tell. And I was worried, oh, one of them's going to get really hurt.
I'm going to be honest, I called that one when I was in Cardiff.
Yeah. I was like, he's just come through a hell of a battle with cancer. Don't get him in the ring and do a sharpshooter. Fucking leave the man alone. Nope. Vince is like, bah, rah, rah, rah. What was that, Vince? Rah, rah. You're wanting to put Rick in the sharpshooter. Rah, rah, rah. This is Vince offering a taco.
No, this is Vince after he realises he was eating a taco. And someone tells him, oh, by the way, Vince, that was a taco.
Which is there's somebody next to him typing out what he means. This one is, and this, and this.
Or getting an interpreter.
Just someone sign languaging it for no reason. Going, anyone want a beef sandwich? No. So just
and then we go on to the most boring half hour that was not The Rock burying the fucking wires to the centre of the earth.
They still haven't moved out from there, by the way. The set up shop. Set up a little cabin.
That I can understand because of the time constraints of what happened with Enzo and all, but for half an hour we
Just let the show end early.
we waited half an hour just to be told you're both doing it. Cue Saitama okay face for the second time.
Can anyone say brand splitting comedy?
You know what? I wanted the brand split there and fucking then. I was so.
You can't do the brand split till Cena gets back.
May 30th.
Is that what he said?
He said he was coming back for Memorial Day in America. So when Cena comes back, thank fucking God, because I'm getting a bit tired of Reigns. Like I'm already not.
What if he passes the torch on to Reigns? What if we have to live in that future? We're going to be like the bear here. We're going to be curled up on the floor, going, "No, I wish to not see you no more."
I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a
Did you
good
see that
guy.
they censored stuff, by the way? There was a sign, when it rains it pours, and they just censored it to when it rains. Like,
yeah,
fuck you, Kevin Dunn! They muted the boos again. Of course
they can't mute them as well though. It's nowhere near as bad as it was in Mania, but you can still tell. And then I think what it was is that they also had to try and quiet it down so you could hear the commentary because it was that loud.
Yeah.
I mean, 18,000 people in a smaller building compared to AT&T Stadium in Dallas.
Yeah, that's true, but because I think like the music they do, which just change. I think they need to change the music.
I think they need to change Reigns on a whole. He's hanging on to the whole Shield thing. He doesn't need it.
No. But it's like the music sounds, and then it's just because it goes boom. You fucking pricks. You suck!
Did you actually spot the boo sign in the crowd?
Oh, I saw it,
from Super Mario.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who the dub think they are trying to pull that off. I mean, I can understand because of sound reasons and you want to hear the commentary, but don't take the fucking piss, Don. You bucktooth fuckwit.
The stakes they must have behind Reigns.
Vince is that convinced he is the guy. And
it's just depressing. It's so goddamn depressing. But the other thing is like just
the match itself was actually really fun, but there was just.
I mean, like I was saying to you earlier, I think the thing with this match, because the match goes on for a bit and
flying phenomenal forearm through the table.
That was fucking incredible.
Styles is a fucking maniac.
Watching that, and that was like, okay, there you go, you've done the right thing, Kevin Dunn. You do that in slow-mo, and you just like, oh my god.
You know, it's only in slow-mo, or a reverse angle, where you truly appreciate the height and the distance
that AJ can get off that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But they have a pretty decent match.
You know, it's kind of stopped twice.
Even before we get to that, though, the match is very much carried by AJ.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like you were saying, Austin, to like Reigns about Reigns, like 15 minutes in, you could tell he was already starting to lose it.
Yeah,
it's because he doesn't have a lot to work with.
His moveset's very limited.
He's so limited, and they put him in these long ass matches.
Yeah, it happened with Trips. It happened with Styles. You know, you can't afford to put Reigns in a 15-minute plus match where you start seeing more and more limitations.
Exactly.
I mean,
like there's probably stuff in that match that AJ could have done that we haven't seen yet. Like the amount of things he probably still could have pulled out the hat. And Reigns is like, oh, I'm just gonna do Superman punch, spew,
Samoan
drop. Because I'm Samoan. The Usos are my cousin, and so is The Rock. Ooh, boo, ooh. Ooh! Ooh! Sorry, what? Just, why are the Usos still there? That's shit.
Actually, have you seen any of the stuff outside of the ring, like Drive Along? There is another like documentary thing I want to watch with them.
I still ain't got the network. So.
Well, in Drive Along, they're in the
Ride
car.
Along?
Ride Along, yeah. They're in the car like with whoever one of the Usos is married to. I think so, and Tamina. And the Usos are fucking hilarious. Like, one of them straight up admits that Naomi farted on the first date. And later on as they're driving downward, I think... I still don't know who's who, but one of them farts and locks the windows. And it's
what a dick move! Oh man, that's a dick move and a half.
And you can see that cheeky smile on him.
He's like
yeah, like so he's guffed and locked the windows, and it's a proper stinker as well.
Oh dear.
It was glorious.
Yeah, okay.
But like the Usos have so much character, but they're not even utilising that.
Well, no, they don't even do their weird fake Australian
hacker.
That's the one. They still can't do that right because one just goes. Are you doing it? Please tell me you're doing it. Because the other one's like kind of doing it. He gets half of it right.
Yeah.
The other guy's just kind of like, I need to learn this again.
When do we jump?
When they say, oh, I think.
I do like the Usos, but they do need to like do a personality change with them. But actually get them to be more fun-loving faces.
Yeah, they don't really have a personality. They're just kind of vague.
And then there's Reigns, who. Oh, but with the match, it starts.
I'm the guy suffering succotash.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt! You ever see that edit on Botchamania?
Yep.
Oh man,
Neo Genesis Roman Galleon.
Best parody ever. I don't know what was funnier, Reigns throughout the entire sequence or Steph Rapeface.
Just Steph Rapeface. I know, I like the part where he stops Steph slapping him and then he cuts him smiling.
Or just casually talking to,
what was it?
Heath Slater?
While the other two members of the 3B get jumped. Biggest pecs! Yes! Or you got Vince doing his own while I go for thing.
In seriousness, I mean, the match itself was solid, but I mean, it stopped once because of a count out. Shane comes out, no count outs, carry on. And then Reigns gets the low blow in, Steph comes out.
Which I didn't. That took too long to realise it was a low blow.
Yeah.
I thought he just like gut punched him.
Yeah, I thought that.
And I thought AJ was just selling it really well because the ref doesn't immediately call for the bell, and then he does. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and then Steph comes out, it's no DQ, and I straight up said, the club are coming.
The club are coming, Usos are coming.
I actually forgot about the Usos.
So to be honest, I'm surprised you don't get if you smell. Rock comes out and goes, you're not my brother. I looked up our family tree, Roman.
We ain't related.
Turns out blood brothers our fathers were. But actual brothers? Him.
Yeah, and then Rock pulls off the ultimate face move and Rock bottoms him in the middle of the ring to give AJ the win.
He does a rock bottom to Reigns, but then to keep face, he rock bottoms AJ onto Reigns. So AJ's like covering him and he just walks up and goes, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
And the Rock.
Yeah, and Bullet Club is just looking at him like, so do we give this guy the boot of doom or not?
Oh yeah, boot of doom.
The boot of doom.
Not the magic killer.
I remember.
The boot of doom! Oh, it's such a shit name.
Yeah, it's like something it's like 13-year-old Timmy's create a tag team move.
I'm gonna go do the boot of doom.
Magic Killer is so cool though.
Yeah, but they had to call it the Calf Crusher, not the Calf Killer.
No.
Because the word killer can't be used.
Oh well, if you're AJ Styles, you can call it the Calf Cuddler. Did you ever see that on Twitter?
No.
Yeah, he jokingly called it the Calf Cuddler.
Of course he did.
Dad jokes at its best.
Yeah. There was I don't know if it's on an episode of Up Up Down Down. I saw it on Botchamania basically, but it was a thing at WrestleMania. I think it may have been for Up Up Down Down. he's coming down the steps. AJ fucking falls down the steps.
Yeah.
Because they go over saying with Sting doing the whole, it's the Shockmaster! And it's just because AJ falling. And it's just, he gets up like,
yeah, and somewhere out there you can hear Boulder like, but he's fell on his fucking ass. Like, he's fallen on his fucking ass, mate.
It's so such the Shockmaster!
I mean, the match was good, but it did show Reigns' weaknesses, and...
Like I was saying to you after, I think what I said to you earlier probably would have booked it better if that was what they did. Because I was saying, like, because, like, Reigns is very slow paced and kind of just, like, he gets put through the table for the phenomenal forearm, and, like, you could basically say, like, sandbags AJ, like, refuses to get up, so AJ has to run in for the victory via count now. And then he does a low blow. You could, I guess, disqualified. If, you could almost say, like, to turn something more heel, he does that on purpose.
You know,
knowing that, like,
I want to talk about what happened with Reigns on Raw, actually, when you mentioned about like, doing heel shit.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, but...
I'm not saying this is what he did. If he did, it'd be great storytelling, but I don't think there wasn't enough effort in that.
We have to remember logic and good storytelling does not equate in WWE creative.
Because when somebody said that to Vince, he went,
So, Vince, even so, Shane is running Raw, even though he lost to The Undertaker? Yeah, just feed him a taco and he starts talking normal.
What? Taco. Now, if you feed him one, he's fine. If you feed him another one, he goes, Taco Bell.
It's like it becomes like Cornholio, but a much more stranger, gibberish spouting version.
Yeah, I did that.
I mean, on the whole, Payback was alright, but it was overshadowed by Enzo's...
You should also say how the Reigns AJ
Oh,
match
yeah!
finished. Also, I will...
Fucking spear!
Yeah. I also will give credit to Reigns countering the phenomenal forearm with Superman punch.
That was cool.
That looks cool. Just that moment they're both in the air going... That is like some superhero shit.
That's like some anime shit.
You have them both just in the air going... Yeah. Oh, no. It'd be great if they both clocked each other and knocked each other out.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it ends on a fucking spear after
everything,
Reigns takes so much.
And after everything the club threw at him as well.
Yeah.
Like, Styles throws the kitchen sink, the club throw the kitchen sink, and yeah, a spear is...
Super Reigns.
You know, I think it was at that precise moment the Saitama OK face came full circle.
Just have it again then. Okay.
Yeah. Like, just like sat there like, okay.
And it ends on a spear, and the crowd very much shit all over it.
What are they expecting?
Yeah, I knew this was going to end this way. I'm not surprised. Because you don't play hot potato with the belt anymore, thank fuck.
Yeah, it's just...
You've got to leave it on him for a bit. But the worst thing is that they basically... it may have been once again, because they must have run short. They cut to the back, and it's Vince, Steph, and Shane.
And they're basically giving us the main event for Extreme Rules.
It's like, oh, that was a great match. What do we do now? And it's like, well, Extreme Rules is coming up. We should make an Extreme Rules match. AJ should get another shot. Yeah, he should. Okay, Extreme Rules, already main event sorted. So,
and that was that.
Also, before we just get to Raw, have you seen all the shit that's been thrown at Brock Lesnar guy?
I've been hearing about this, but...
There was some promo that it was between Jericho and Dean.
Yeah.
Like the Brock Lesnar guy, you know, the arsehole who never changes his shirt.
Yeah, I hear about this guy, but I don't know about him per se.
Apparently, everyone like backstage hates because I think there's like 3 of them who are like these super fans. Yeah. Like Brock Lesnar guy goes to every single one, but like he's in the camera frame between the promo between the two, and he like puts on the Twitter, like, oh my god, how do I get into this mess? To which Jericho just went, nobody cares about you, dumbass.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one, yeah.
And then like Brock Lesnar guy tries to like, oh, I'm just reading some shit here, and he's like reading Jericho's autobiography. He's like trying to like start something, And then, of course, everyone just says, "Oh, fuck off! You're hopeless. You're this. You're that." And he comes out with some inspirational, like, "Oh, when people they're just trying to keep," and everyone's like, "Fuck off! No one likes you."
Yeah, like I've heard like this Brock Lesnar guy's like one of 3 people the dub doesn't like, as you said. It's like
There's him. There's a dude who dresses up like a clown at every event that he goes to.
how do they afford this shit?
Don't know. They don't have lives. I know that. Because some people suspected they were plants, but with the that dude who was backstage, who everyone thought was Kevin Owens, the Reddit stuff.
Oh yeah,
I forgot.
Falcon Arrow.
Yeah, apparently the thing he said was nobody backstage likes them. They barely tolerate them. Probably because they spend so much. They paid the high money for those seats. But
you're gonna need to get your laptop on charge in a bit.
I mean, how much longer? Well, yeah, we are running along.
Yeah, I think we're okay for now, but I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
But no.
But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff being flung, and I don't blame them because I think it's people like that. The people who are like that. That's that was great. Just slow turn.
Like something catches so much attention, and we don't know if it's wrestling or not, and we just turn around like,
just stop. Like, what?
It's not, you'll like it, Kenny, but it's not wrestling.
But
give me a minute. I want to see
okay,
this.
we'll be back in a minute.
Okay, no, what Soph seen was not wrestling related, it was motorbike related, and I'm sad that I cannot buy that goddamn Ninja.
That shouldn't be in the recording.
I am disappointed. We thought it was wrestling related, but we did.
No one knows what. Why are you just randomly talking about a bike?
Because reasons.
Context! That's like me going pause and coming back. I've been playing the Overwatch beta, it's really good. This has nothing to do with video games, but Diva is the best.
No,
I fully pointed Gears of War.
Well, we did quickly have a look on Reddit as well, on Squared Circle.
Wrestling. Yes.
I wanted to see if there was any updates on the soon-to-be-released stuff. Nothing. But what we did see was Shinsuke doing a fucking selfie.
Oh, that's just great.
And
just take it even.
And Bobby Roode's on the UK tour, apparently.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
And someone pointed out that Tyler Breeze has been in matches with Shinsuke and Jushin Liger, but is still buried to death on the main roster.
Well, you know, the problem with Tyler Breeze is that his gimmick doesn't work, and go back a sec. Sorry, this doesn't work. But Daniel Bryan drop kicks Randy Orton forever. Perfect loop kick. I'm gonna pause this while we watch this. Back in a minute. Actually, you know what? No, we'll just talk over it. It's just Daniel Bryan constantly kicking Randy Orton. Oh, this is great! I can watch this forever.
Usually, you can tell the particular part in it.
I can't see where the cut is. I know, we're just watching this.
We're just watching Daniel Bryan
it's just constantly kicking. That is perfect. Whoever put their time into this, well done. Anyway, so...
no news on who is released at the moment, unfortunately. But no, to go on to Raw...
this is pretty much your show. Yeah. You take over.
Well... Steph comes out and she's getting booed, and she kind of does like a little reprise of the thing what Shane did, like Payback, where she puts her hand over Shane and everyone's cheering, and then back that spot in
that was funny. That was good.
Yeah, and then Vince does it's like,
woo. But I just love like just like because she's like stop letting him play his ego. Let me just have this moment. Boo. Yay! Boo. And it's like, you can see him like, okay, get on with it. But he's like, I'm having too much fun now. This is fun.
Yeah, okay, so Miz and Maurice come out for commentary as Cesaro takes on a KO for I think that was a #1 contender battle, I think.
As soon as the bell rings, Cesaro puts Owens in the European Tiger train.
Yeah.
Tiger!
Yeah, but Cesaro gets it by DQ because he hits Owens. What's new? Oh, I think Zayn came out as well.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The average-looking truth.
I will fucking kill you.
that was a pretty fun segment. And bloody Reigns like, yo, you guys want to fuck with me? Well, you're gonna fuck with me and my cousins.
I saw a great image of that because it's like the framing of them of like they're talking to Reigns and there's nobody there. Cuts to AJ and Luke and
Carl.
Yeah, and then it cuts back and the Usos have just appeared. It's like
dun dun dun.
Everyone's ninja smoking basically. It's like well, there's just two logs by Reigns. It goes boop. Tyler Breeze beat Goldust.
Way!
How long is that going to last? How long before he starts losing again?
And then the New Day come out, do a bit of promo thing.
They know that Enzo is okay.
And the vaudevillains are healing it up.
You have to.
Yeah. And Big Cass comes out, and I am glad he did, because he's just as good on the mic by himself.
Oh yeah, he's definitely good on the mic.
I love watching Big Cass in the ring. I mean, I'd say him and Luke Harper have my favourite big boots right now.
Yeah.
And then there was a tag match between... Well, yeah, the Dudley Boys decided to get involved as well.
Of course they did, because...
Why not?
The Dudley Boys, hey, we're here. Hey, remember us?
We're still relevant. Well, Bully Ray. Bubba, Bully, whatever. He's awesome.
Not Devon. Devon's just...
Yeah, and they turned out for a win, and Big Cass got the pin with the East City River splash.
Yeah, right.
You know the move.
Yeah.
Then next up was an interesting...
Becky versus Emma. That could have been good. Was that good?
It wasn't that bad, actually. And though Emma got pretty heely by attacking Becky in the eye. Surprisingly.
Emma's heel, though. She is a heel, isn't she? So
yeah, but like, how often can you say you see that happen? Like in a women's match, even.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that's a good sign, though, right?
I mean, it's certainly a step in the right direction. Also worth mentioning is there's going to be a rematch at Extreme Rules between Charlotte and Natty again. This time, Rick is staying in the old people's home.
Okay.
Like, I think Vince has defied or Vince or Steph have defied the pecking order.
And no Little Nate as well, I'm hoping.
We don't know, actually.
Because if that's they're going with it, that's where they're going with it.
Yeah. Oh, and the Ambrose Asylum is now over.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for this to happen, but Jericho picked up Mitch the Plant and swatted Ambrose with it.
Big Greenpeace on that. Oh, you're buying this one, happy with that. Abuse of plants.
I was waiting weeks for that to happen.
I do remember seeing it on a clip when Ambrose to go and say, "Don't touch my potted plant! Don't touch my potted plant!"
Hey! Be careful round the plants. And we had a battle royale to determine the number one contender for the US. We're going to discuss Ryback after going through Raw.
Whoa! Am I reading that right? Titus O'Neil's back?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, that's right. Horror! You gotta do the arms. No, you gotta turn him in.
Well, like...
You can't just put your arms up. You gotta go, horror.
Fuck it, can we just go primetime players and just both of us like...
Millions of dance. Oh. God damn it.
Oh, Jesus. No, but yeah, Titus O'Neil is back.
Whoa. Suck it again, Egyptian. You can't do it! Don't try! You can't do it!
Okay.
Why did I do it? I feel like I'm doing an Egyptian dance.
You know what? Screw it. I'll just walk like Vince McMahon.
Just don't tear your quads if you get in the ring.
No,
or hamstrings, whatever it was.
I'll probably tear my quad like walking through the door.
Ah!
And then just like drag myself to the corner of the room and
I'm just going to sit on the floor and I yell at you too.
Yeah.
Your boss is going to yell at you while he sits on the floor. Anyway, so...
Yeah, I am glad that ADI got kicked out of that match.
I didn't even realize ADI was still in it.
I do like... Baron Corbin's entrance has improved quite a bit as well. I really like it.
Yeah.
Like, there's more, like, different camera angles and it's the little things. I'll have to show it to you in a bit.
Yeah.
And, well, we'll have to go on to the next page with this. And Yeah, Rusev won by last beating Zack Ryder. Personally, I wanted Ryder to win it because he would not only won the IC at Mania, but I wanted him to hold the US belt as well.
Yeah, but I think they gave their rub to Ryder, and now it's going to be TV champ once US champ because Rusev Machka.
I'll tell you something though.
I've been seeing photos of like Lana in wrestling gear as well. Is she doing stuff at house shows?
I'm assuming so. I mean, well, she was active at Mania as well.
Yeah,
I just thought it would have been great if Ryder won it and would win the US belt. But he's doing alright for himself in NXT. But do you want to know something? Who ain't hype? Creative ain't hype.
No, of course not. Because, duh.
They soft. And yeah, just looking here.
Soft classes.
Oh my.
I think that may have been too quiet to be picked up. Just casually mumbling there, like, don't mind me.
Yeah, the main event was
Bullet Club versus the Reigns Empire.
Yeah, this is where shit gets interesting because at the end of the match, it was a decent match, all things considered. But at the end of it, Anderson and Gallows pick up Reigns and basically tell AJ hit him with the chair, like, do it.
Come on, hit me!
Come on, hit him, he's here! Come on, do it now!
No!
Now this is where shit gets interesting. AJ cements his face status by not hitting Reigns with the chair.
Okay.
And the club are heel because, hit him with the chair.
Yeah.
So what happens next? The Usos hit Styles with the chair.
Okay.
And so Styles retaliates by hitting them with a chair.
Yeah.
And Reigns goes fucking apeshit.
Huh.
Starts proper battering Styles.
Yeah.
And puts him through and powerbombing him through a table. Proper flings him at and through a table.
Oh, alright.
And after watching it, me and Sofa looking at each other so what the fuck is Reigns now? Because, he's saying that he's the guy, but you're meant to be a face, but you just went fucking apeshit and put Styles through a table.
Yeah, so...
Do you see what I'm getting?
You're not the bad guy.
You're not.
You are. You're not the good guy.
You're
definitely not. You're the guy, which is the bad guy, because you just don't... I'm sorry, Styles is given a chair, is okay, hit Reigns, and he goes, no.
Yeah, so...
But then he retaliates to the Usos hitting, he hit Usos with the chair as retaliation.
Yeah, and Reigns goes...
But Reigns just goes...
Yeah, do you see what I mean? Yeah, and it starts master... No, did you see the gif of him cocking his arm, but it's looping back and forth like he's jerking it off, and they put Vince's face with it, so he's there I don't know if
that picked up. Just for the record, he was rubbing his hands. He had don't do it. He had unzipped, whipped it out, and was just masturbating near the mic. Okay, that time he was. And I'm very, very upset now, and I want to go home.
No. See, you're the bear, and I'm Rick. Woo!
I agree with that statement. Oh my fucking god!
Run! Nah, I can't. No, this is where the problem is, because Reigns is meant to be a face, but he just went apeshit at Styles. But he
Yeah, no, he did.
Okay, a tweener leaning heel? I don't know.
I don't think anything is going to work for Reigns.
I think they need to repackage him.
I think he would have... Unfortunately, it would have to be the thing if he gets totally deconstructed and has to build himself up again to get people on his side. Because
it's not working for him right now.
Because the problem was because people were cheering for him in the Royal Rumble when it was him and Batista.
That was 2015.
24? No, 2014.
Yeah.
Because he won 2014 Rumble and went on to Mania, which was WrestleMania 30.
No, the main event in Mania 30 was Daniel Bryan versus Batista, and Batista won the 14 Rumble.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was Reigns versus Batista in that Rumble.
Yeah, and then Reigns won it in 15.
Yeah, Reigns won it in 2015. But in 2014, they didn't want Batista because it was a part-timer who was very obviously going to win.
Yeah.
So they were cheering Reigns. And Reigns got some momentum behind him. And people actually were like, and they had that thing of, people like Roman Reigns. And then Vince fucking hit the push him to Mars button.
Yeah, one of the biggest complaints I have had with
And then he went fucking skyrocketed up into the air.
The biggest issue I have had with Reigns is that he's not been given a mid-card title to get the ball rolling either.
No.
I mean, he's not been given... just been updated. Hornswoggle out.
Oh no. Everyone remembers Hornswoggle as the Raw Anonymous GM, living under the ring and
doing things
when they remembered he existed.
Yes,
They were just cleaning under the ring and went, what the fuck are you still doing? Get him out! And Vince just goes, oh my god, a midget! We hired a midget, everyone! I was like, no, it's a worker. Taco! Here's your taco, best of luck on your future endeavors. As John Laurinaitis comes out. I wonder if Johnny Ace is still with the company.
Probably, but in a more backstage office role.
Good old Johnny Ace. People power! I don't think you were watching during the Laurinaitis era, were you?
No.
Oh, you fucking bastard!
You see, I think I got lucky because I think my interest picked up again because Trips is in the middle of future endeavouring him, and then the gong goes off.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
But no, getting back to Reigns, they need to do something with him bad.
Yeah.
I think he's got so much potential and so much upside and a ceiling, but when this guy, meant to be the biggest face in your company, is getting killed by crowds week in and out, something's got to fucking give.
Yeah, and I think, thing is, wrestling fans are sheep, so they will keep going to the events, but they are going to voice their displeasure. But Vince doesn't care because he's still getting the money, people are still watching. So something's got to give, and it's not going to be that fans stop watching. You're not going to get a hashtag cancel the network again after how they fucked over Brian.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Alex Riley as well.
Alex Riley?
Yeah.
Riley's gone.
Shit.
I think he got Bush as well.
Fucking hell.
That's interesting. Wonder if Riley asked to be released.
I've no idea.
Because he had that little bit when he came back, and he was pretty...
He was pretty pissed off with him.
Yeah, they said about something good, but I think he just got overshadowed.
Really, he did.
But we should probably think about wrapping this up.
Actually, we've got a few of the talking points. We've got...
I'm just thinking of time, because it's getting on a bit. There's going to be another long one.
Well, we can go through this in maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Adam Rose and Connor got suspended, but it turns out Adam Rose managed to show up the dub somehow.
Yeah, well, because wasn't he saying the stuff that he'd been caught with had been prescribed to him or something like that?
Yeah, and the dub was aware for a full year at that point, and it was medication for his ADHD.
Yeah, so...
And...
Nothing about Connor.
Nah.
Well, Victor's still on his own.
Well, Victor's with the social outcasts now, isn't he?
I didn't know that! No way!
Yeah! I think he is with him. You know what? I love it when you don't watch much wrestling, and I know shit you don't because the reactions are gold.
Ow! Can we just end on that of me gonna break kayfabe? I'm just gonna walk out the room. My laptop's somehow gonna stay here recording, but I'm gonna go home, bury my head in the pillow, and cry and laugh that Victor has gone to the social outcast. I don't know why he's Russian.
It's because his name is Victor.
Victor and Connor, very good. Da! There you go. Fucking hell.
Yeah. And then we got Ryback.
Right front.
Y front.
What's Ryfun doing in the Impact Zone?
Yeah, he's been pulled from all dub programming.
All TV programming until they can sort something out with his contract. I think the thing is...
Did you read the post?
No.
He basically... He's got a losing record. He feels and thinks that he should be at the top of the card. And
I do remember a lot of stuff before he's like when Cena got injured, he said, give me a chance to be the guy. Give me the chance.
Yeah. And he's been since wet dream. He's a big fucking guy.
Yeah.
But this is where Ryback won me over. He wants some sort of equal pay system for wrestlers because he feels that those on tour and always jobbing and always like losing, like they should be given more for what is actually worth.
Yeah,
I mean
they do a lot more work. Really.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got
they're
guys
not getting much. They don't get like the merch.
Exactly, and you got fucking Cock Chestnut, who is on 6.5 mil a year and will gladly walk to do something else. Like if he feels the money is better elsewhere.
I feel like it's actually. Wow, we haven't had Lesnar for a couple of weeks.
Not since Mania. He's disappeared into the wilderness and ate a bear.
Let's just hope it wasn't the bear that Ric Flair fucked.
No.
Otherwise, that's going to be full of some flairness, and I don't think he wants to be eating that.
No. Right.
Little Flair babies swimming around inside Brock Lesnar's belly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then Brock's belly is like going, woo, woo, woo. And the next thing you know, he's just run to the toilet to shit it out. Like, oh! No, like, woo!
You know the shit demon from Dogma?
Yeah.
It just stuff on Ric Flair. Whoa! Oh, God!
No, you got
He runs out of his freaking Raj with a shotgun.
You got to do the pterodactyl scream.
I can't do it.
No, and you can imagine like Paul Heyman trying to phone, like,
Brock, what's going on? He's on such a nigga. I can't do it. Hang on, what was the best
I'm going to voice him like Mickey Mouse, because you sound like Mickey Mouse on fucking
steroids.
Yes! Barack, there's a shit demon in your house! Barack! Oh! Oh no, there's a shit demon in my house! I'm going to shoot it! Oh! You can tell I don't really fucking like Lesnar if I'm willing to voice him like Mickey fucking Mouse.
Does anybody actually like Lesnar? Or do they just tolerate him at most?
Mate, I don't fucking know. No, your phone's going off.
Yep. Do you want to pause?
Oh! Oh, I'm going to shoot the shit demon! Oh! Suplex City! Oh! He's going to take the bear to He's going to take the shit demon to Suplex City. And
that'd be messy. You get it all on you.
Do you ever get that secret phone call in Metal Gear Solid 3 where Sigurd talks about a war?
Oh yes, of course.
Everything
it's a giant rocky pile of crap, right?
And everything I touch just turned to shit, including my ranch, and my wife, and my kids. Oh, and even Paul.
Just they're really going. That's pretty messed up, man.
And Vince moves on the other end of the phone, hearing this entire story, or trips. Well, that's pretty messed up. Can you come in to do SummerSlam?
Okay. I'm resisting every urge to start doing snake quotes. I apologize. Major, why do they keep exploding? It's one of my favourite lines from MGS3.
I need to go back to that.
3's great. I love 3.
One thing Ryback said that was very interesting was, like I said, about the pay stuff. It should actually...
It makes sense. It totally makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, like guys like Taker and I think there's a massive pay disparity. Like,
there's always been issues. I mean, that was why Punk left.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if there's going to be a Colt Cabana podcast with Ryback shooting shit.
I doubt it. I doubt because there was issues between Ryback and Punk.
Yeah, but it's Colt.
Yeah, but Colt is very closely associated with Punk, especially now.
True.
So,
Now, the last thing we're going to cover is TNA. 4 people.
Let me just get my wallet out. Hang on.
Oh, Bobby Roode and Eric Young have walked because they're both owed combined at least 100k. Christy Hemme has walked. Are you actually counting your money?
Yeah.
We're actually going to try and chip in.
I'm gonna make a bid on TNA right now. So 20.
How much money you got?
You just fill the air, stretch.
Oh,
Keep talking about your TNA news.
well, yeah, like. Well, that was smart.
There you go, that's all the money I need. 20p.
Yeah, 20p.
20p.
But no, Rude and Young have walked because they're both owed 100k each combined. Christy Hemme has walked, and to your delight and interest, Velvet Sky has walked.
Gone. Hopefully, I would like her to get picked up. I know Bully has said, he would like her to be there. I would fucking lose my shit.
Oh, I know you would. You would have a legit reason to just be like,
I get to watch Velvet Sky matches again and hopefully buy more Velvet Sky merch.
Velvet Sky versus Asuka?
Oh god, don't make me choose my two favourites over.
Already did.
Oh, I'm not answering you.
Why, you too busy counting the money that we could buy TNA with?
I think we're good, I think we're good.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I've got 22.
Well, at least in my pocket I've got...
We're dropping money.
Well, that's just 2p on the floor. I've got...
Hey, every penny counts.
I've got like £4.
I got 22.38. I think I can make a stake on it.
I've got at least £4.60.
So we're about 26, 27 quid. I think we could be running TNA.
Yeah, and the teddy bear can be the mascot of TNA.
Teddy bear's Kanish.
Teddy bear is love. Teddy bear is life.
Teddy bear for the win.
And then we'll just sell it off to Ring of Honor and just laugh.
As long as we don't get raided. Here's the new headquarters of TNA, and it's just like, oh shit.
Actually, no. With that hypothetical situation, here's the new and here is the new offices of TNA Wrestling, the Quad.
Kevin Nash, you're always welcome. Come on in.
Oh, hey, Kev.
Hey, Kev. Ah!
Oh, shit, man. You just walked through the fucking doorway and you've torn your quad in a place called the Quad.
Fitting. Irony.
Oh, boy. That is everything.
Actually, there's another character, Zeb Coulter.
Zeb Coulter?
Wow. I like that you're like our reporter, like, I'm on the beat.
I just literally goes on FB, it's like, oh, nice.
I'm not surprised. Coulter kind of, he had a little run when Del Rio came back, and then he
disappeared.
And then, I'm surprised Swagger's not gone, actually, thinking about it. I could picture Swagger maybe falling by the sword.
He's longer at house shows though.
I think Swagger's a bit of a draw at house shows.
Yeah, it could be.
No, but I think that is everything.
Probably. Who knows? There's probably something we missed. We always do.
Yeah. But, no, I mean, Payback was out.
Yeah, apart from a couple of bits, I thought it was general. Like, the actual wrestling going on was really good. Just some of the storyline stuff was a bit naff.
And we'll go through Raw, SmackDown, everything we need. Oh, Mora and Ala is still awesome, but we knew that anyway.
Yeah. And we'll probably have, if it's not, depending on schedules, we'll definitely have something, hopefully before Extreme Rules, if not, it'll be after Extreme Rules.
Actually, if we can just get a quick look at the calendar.
It's 3 weeks away, isn't it?
No, 2 weeks. We can get a show in just before Extreme Rules.
Just before Extreme? Okay, so then we could do a predictions show.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't overrun so long, because this has definitely overrun a little bit.
Yeah, mostly because I was in Cardiff when we were meant to record 2 weeks ago.
And yeah, there was a big gap, so.
Yeah.
And just references and.
Fun and shenanigans.
Just all sorts.
So yeah, until next time on the DragonBomb podcast, this is Kenny. And I've got Nick next to me.
Oh! Suplexity! Whee!
Mickey Mouse is now suplexing fucking Pluto through a window.
While Ric Flair just doggy styles a bear. He bear styles a bear! There are no doggy styles, bear style!
Woo! Woo! It's not like Chewbacca getting banged.
Chewie, no! Don't go there, Rick! Right, bye!
Fuck!